I wound up doing this and noticed that I didn't record it, so I have to do it again. And it was perfect. Believe me, the one that I recorded was perfect, utter perfection. That's okay though, I'm stalling. It's 3 degrees out there, and I've got my projects in the pole barn, sanding projects, which mean bare hands, unheated pole barn, 3 degrees. Not so great. Projects are, hello Anthony, to work this down, about 10 pounds in weight. The Holmegard. And that's no big deal, just sanding. Kind of stinks that it's 3 degrees, but I'll be okay. The next one is, this is actually a longbow. I didn't make it. It's a friend's bow. And what he wants, because he's going to go on a hunting trip in Montana, is to have some JR Mojo. So I have researched it. How do you paint or attach stuff to? I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do because Keith is going to watch this. I want it to be an utter surprise. How to do stuff on the fiberglass. Bonding, painting. Not going to say what, but it's going to require stripping off this paint that he put on and roughing up the surface a little bit, not 80 grit rough, but knocking the shine off of it so things can bond. And thank you to YouTube and the internet for teaching me the ways of gluing stuff on and painting fiberglass. Next subject, I'm going to roar right through this so I don't bore you to death, is that the purchasers of the 2 Raven bows, the white and black, happy with them. That's good. That's great. In fact, the one person, the black Raven bow person, knows Steve Alley of, let me move that copy right there, Traditional Warriors Bibles fame. So how cool would that be that he was taken with the black Raven bow and the paddle bow design generally, and if they did a Boyer's Bible 5, if I was able to write a chapter in it, that would be cool. Moving on to the subject of books, my book sales have been gaining strength. You know, I imagined I would write a book on Amazon in my own little way, actually handwritten and scanned and put on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able, because it was in a weird format, I wasn't able to get it right to the margins, and so there's space around the text. The scanning of the actual notebook pages, it's actually a bowmaker's notebook available on Amazon. Gets into philosophy too. It's not just A goes to B goes to C. A good book. If you want to build bows, buy my book. But because of such things, because the book sales are strong, I really think it's time to write book number 2, and I'm going to do that in March. And so I'm going to do all the bows in end of January, February, and then it's going to be writing a book time. Design. You notice that I do like design, whether it is this, rawhide, adding the buffalo tooth handle, the paddle bows, painting on the back, my version of the Molly, which is tucked away in here, ready to go to the great country of Canada, or anything. I like the designs. I like painting. I like putting mojo in the stuff. I do like just simple, unadorned bows, but you know, my artistic nature likes to take it a step further. Music and bows. You notice I jump around a lot. Medicinal plants, bows and arrows, music, whatever. We're all multifaceted, and so there really is a connection between this, and I'm going to pull this up. They're both bowed instruments. In fact, and it could vary in regions, what came first? The stringed instrument or the bow, or did the bow, the mouth bow, cause this to come into being? Who knows? But they are linked in any case. They are linked. And so I do like my music. And I've played for you at times, and it's kind of funny because the way my mind works, I get lost when I play a song. And so I can play something, you know, a week straight, and I'll go to play it, and I'll forget where I am. Where my strength really is in improvising, going like I'm going to go tonight and play 5 hours with a bunch of really good musicians. My strength is, with this, I know where the sounds are. If you hum a note, I can find it in this. And so this is, to me, no more complicated than if I was able to sing, you know, being able to know where things are. So I love improvising. Open mics, I've been on the radio playing with people. I enjoy it. But there's always challenges. There are always goals. If you were to say hit a D flat or an A, you know, you're speaking Martian to me. I didn't grow in my music, reading music, and understanding music theory, which these things are going to force me to do. So today, in my slack time, drinking my coffee, my 2 cups, watching YouTube, it was all music. Music theory, and also getting this hand, the engine, the steering wheel, not worried about fingering so much, more worried about learning proper technique. And so I've been learning technique. Onto this, design bows. This has a good neck. This is actually rosewood, which, if you're unfamiliar with that, there's a prohibition in a lot of places of having rosewood because it's in trouble. But this is actually rosewood neck. It's straight, well fretted. I racked the frets, which means you have a very flat thing that can cover the distance, spanning 3 frets to see if there are any regularities in the height. More or less, it's good. So it's a good starting point. I'm going to run up to a friend's house today, and he's got this piece, perfect length, perfect weight, dead flat block of granite that I can glue sandpaper to and level these things. I'm hoping that the truss rod is okay. But last night I bought on eBay, used, already wired, 2 really nice Seymour Duncan pickups, wired to good pots and a decent jack. And so all I need to do is drill through underneath the tailpiece to here, so I can ground them to the tailpiece. Originally this cheap base wasn't grounded. Get that together. Electronics good. Also bought a sheet of nice quality mock tortoise shell. So this is going to be a reddish tortoise shell pick guard here, what's going to make it look good. And I'm looking at this thing, and I'm thinking, and I've been thinking all along, because it's not acoustic like this. You can't get away with the same stuff on this as you can on this because it's driven by electronics, the mystery of electrons. Snake skin along the edge. Rawhide backing the thing. What about going to eBay and getting a thin sheet of alligator hide and sticking it on here? What about brass? Changing the color of the brass and the copper with baking soda, ammonia, salt, chemically etching steel. I'm also wondering if I can take this plastic thing off the headstock and heat bend some of the extra from the tortoise shell and tortoise shelling this, or rawhide backing it, combining this stuff with this stuff, maybe even going so far as painting. You know, I painted this, but design work painted the Raven base. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to suck down this cup of green tea and get out there and do some sanding. Thank you for watching.